right? 70s. You don't need mic ना. mic चाहिए क्या? जरूर नहीं ना. सुनाई दे रहा है आपको. चाहिए आप आगे आ जाओ ना. So we discussed about the science of soul. The question comes now, who am I? I'll just little bit. थोड़ा जल्दी जाता हूँ. So we can see a car. Inside the car, the driver is sitting. Like this, inside this human body also, it is like a car. So there is a driver is sitting, that is soul. So we discussed who is this soul and how can we understand this soul. We cannot see the soul, right? Even doctors, that's why they are not believing there is something called soul is existing. But there is symptoms are there to understand that soul. That we discussed in our last class. So what is the need of understanding the soul? So before this Kurukshetra war, Arjuna did not have this confidence. He was anxiety, demoralized, stress, depression. But after that, Krishna gave this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. The beginning of this Bhagavad Gita knowledge begins with, I am not this body, I am soul. If you see, Krishna speaks this Bhagavad Gita in second chapter only. First chapter, Krishna doesn't speak anything. Second chapter only, Krishna speaks Bhagavad Gita. The first knowledge he delivers is, we are not this body, we are soul. If someone understands this, I am not body, I am soul, then so many problems will be solved. Like people are fighting each other, right? I am this country belongs to, you are that country. I am this caste, you this that caste. This all belongs to bodily consciousness. I am thinking I took birth in India and you took birth in Pakistan, so you are my enemy. But this is body. So soul is the soul, same soul present in animal body also, even donkey, pig, whatever, the same soul presence. So we are not body. One who understands this, that's why these saintly people, they see everyone equally. Bhagavad Gita also says that. Pandita Samadharshina. This is equal vision. It doesn't discriminate, this is dog, so we have to chase it away. This is human being, he is Brahmana. People think na Brahman means unchakul hai. Sudra means this, nichakul, unchakul, wo log sakte. But that is all because of this bodily consciousness of life. We are not this body only. Once when Prabhupada was giving class, one fat lady came to class, so fat. Somehow she carried her whole body and came and sat in the bench and she had the class. So Prabhupada was giving this knowledge that we are not body, we are soul. So at the end of the class, she came and she thanked Prabhupada. Thank you very much, Swamiji. You gave that I am not this body. She was so fat, she felt this body itself a burden. Of course, body is burden. Body. What are the real problem of life? First class we discussed the real problem of life. Janma. Yeah. Birth, old age, disease, death. Apart from this, there are some more problem also. There are three types of miseries we get. Three klesas, he said. Adhyatmika, Adi Bhautika, Adi Daivika. What is this? Adhyatmika means the problems arise from our own body and mind. Like somebody has some terrible back pain problem, stomach pain. This is problem coming from body. And there is problem, mind problem also. Somebody always tensed, so much angry. This all coming from this mind problem. This is Adhyatmika. And another one is Adi Bhautika. This problems arising from another living entity. Any example can you give? Huh? Sorry? Surya.
Assuming that because of him you are getting sunlight.
No. Problem arising from what? What problem you are getting? This is like we are talking. You could able to listen, right?
Yeah,
audible,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So, pollution. That is not living in. Of course, the living entity is causing pollution. We can say. Corona, mosquito bite. Corona, a small virus we cannot see. Also, was whole world was fearful. So another like mosquito bite, malaria, dengue. It's very famous in Pune. Dengue very easily people will get because so many mosquitoes. And then Adi Bhautika. Adi Daivika. So from demigods or natural calamities we can say. Any example for natural calamities? Earthquake. Very good. Anything else? Flood, tsunami, hurricane. So this all coming. So these three problems also there. So if someone who understands this, I am not this body, I am soul, then he can be free from this problem. Even though this problem is there, but you will not be much disturbed. So that's why this knowledge is very important. This is the basic fundamental knowledge of any spiritual organization you take. If they don't teach this, then that is not spiritual organization. Spiritual means it should tell about spirit. Soul is spirit, body is matter. So general some organizations are there, I don't need to take name. So they teach about body, how to have healthy life. So they speak, always talk about this body only, but finally you see we are not this body only. So the basic knowledge, that's why Bhagavad Gita speaks about, Krishna speaks his argument from, I am not this body, you are not this body, you are soul. Arjuna told, I will not fight, because they are all my relatives. Dronacharya, he is my guru. Bhishma Dev, he is my grandfather. Of course, Duryodhan, they are all my brothers. So he said, they are relatives, I will not fight. So Krishna Dev, no, you are seeing bodily concept. They are not body, they are not your relatives, they are just body. You are thinking, I took, see, this we saw last time reincarnation also. How this reincarnation takes place. I shared this video link also, you saw, YouTube. Dolok say, we can understand it. Okay, we'll quickly move ahead. So we discussed all this point, means 3 points we discussed, from 4th we have to discuss. Am I matter or spirit? Means I am body or soul. So how to understand that I am not this body? So in general, if someone asks, who are you? Say Swami, or yes, Satar. Generally we say our name only, right? But the name also given after some months you took birth only. It is not by coming out only we say I am so and so. The name also given. So if someone doesn't have name only, if he asks, then this type of question mark only. Who am I? So this doctor, he told that this body is made up of combination of these are all the chemicals. He given that measurement also, 5 pounds calcium, 1.5 pounds phosphate, potassium, these are all this there. So is this that we are we just this chemical? Like if you waste the chemical when you are doing some experiment in your laboratory, so that time somehow you missed your hand and that flask fell down and the chemical got wasted, will you cry? So why someone is crying when someone dies? Chemical waste ho gaya, chalo, chhod do, फिर रोना है. Nobody is thinking like that, right? No, it is something different. So what is people, why they are crying, we'll see little. And he is telling the cost is only 110 rupees, the chemical. So we saw one example for this, you remember? Like you bought a new car, BMW, or some, what is that car name? I don't remember. Rolls Royce. So it says that 200 crore also cars are there in there. So you take that car and you gift it to your son for his birthday. So and he is going very speed and then he hit with the accident and then you got a call. So your son is died. It means your son got met with the accident and the car got crushed. Then immediately you are running. You will worry about car or that son. Son is only 110 rupees, na? So why we should bother? We see only the car is maybe 200 crore, but we see what happened to my son. What happened to that boy? Car got crushed, he's alive or not. If he's alive, then you feel okay. Car, okay, let it go. I can buy another car. Can I buy another? He cannot buy his son again. How much money you pay also? You cannot get one person back into life. Best of the medicine, best of the doctor, best of the hospital cannot bring a person into life. So because what is living in this body is soul, not just chemical. Prabhupada challenges. If there is only chemical means why can't you inject chemical in a dead body and bring him to alive? You say some chemical is lacking something. So why can't you do that? So they cannot do because what is there is soul, not some chemical. Of course chemical contains, but the soul is required still. If you bought a car and if there is no driver, what is the use of that car? That's why as soon as there is no soul, we burn or bury the body. So when devotee was explaining, a father, he lost his child. The child died and they were burning the body and he was crying and he told his realization. When she was studying something when the Diwali time, so she burnt her hand. So we were so much pained. She got her hand got burnt and we went to hospital. Then plastic surgery they did. Hand finger melt bhi ho gaya tha. They paid so much money. They did plastic surgery everything. Now they are burning whole body only. Because when there is no soul, the body is useless. So we see. So this beautiful woman picture is there. But until she is alive, everyone fights and climbs. I want to marry, I want to marry. But as soon as someone dies, I gave one example also, like one couple got married and then they went to Bangalore. You remembered, right? They got married and they went to Bangalore. And then the husband got job in Bangalore. And the husband went for job. And evening they came, they were sitting and talking. They don't know anyone in that state, that city. They don't know anyone and they were talking. While the husband was eating, he got heart attack and died. And they don't know anyone. Then she called, like this fellow died and I don't know what to do. Then they said, okay, you don't worry. They were in Mumbai. I will come early morning and meet you. So this whole day you stay there, means whole night, I will come and meet you. She said immediately, no, I cannot stay with this fellow. So say they got married and they want to be together. They shifted to Bangalore also. But as soon as they died, it is ghost. So the body is no value. Until soul was there, they want to be alive. Of course, after that, chemicals are the same. No feelings, no thinking, no desires, no movement, no consciousness. The consciousness, everything comes because the existence of the soul. So this is Sloka from Bhagavad Gita 2.20. So Krishna says the soul doesn't have birth and death also. Body has birth, that's why it dies also. So there is comparison, body and soul. We saw this already. If you want, you can see that video for proper explanation. You can see. So the body is matter, soul is spirit, not conscious. Conscious changes. The soul doesn't changes. The body changes, right? How? Changes means? Who told? It will be small child, then it will become boy, it will become youth, man, old man, then it will die. Body is always dead only. Because matter is dead, right? Matter doesn't have any. But soul is always alive. So it is that some nice example is given. We are not what we are seeing. हम देखते ये वो करते हैं, crapping, everything we do. We are not this body. We are that what the soul is sitting. You can see that it is like driver, it is given. So I request you to see that previous lecture, otherwise we cannot complete this. So this is what we are not body, we are soul. And there is scientific proof also there that how we are soul. So these four things we discussed. By common sense we can understand, by consciousness, like dead body and living body has difference. So living body, if someone pinches, we will get pain. People while going, they beat each other because that problem all there. But dead body used to do post-mortem. The dead body doesn't say anything. Now if someone comes and cut also, we will cry, shout. A dead body, they're cutting and removing the internal organs, everything, peacefully sleeping, the body. Because consciousness is not there. And there are two types of the studies there, NDE and OBE, near-death experience, out-of-body experience. And then we saw about reincarnation. We'll see a little bit. So common sense means, the example is given, if someone dies, people sit around him and they are crying. मेरे को छोड़ के गया है. So you have passed away, you have left me. वो क्यों बोल रहे हैं ऐसा छोड़ के गया? शरीर उधर ही पड़ा है ना. The body is still lying there only. Why are they telling that he has left us? He is no more. Same body is lying. So what has left is soul, not body. So that through common sense we can understand. And consciousness. The example is given whenever you see a photo, like your childhood photo you are seeing, then you immediately remember, right? What I did, where I was, everything you remember. But same thing, photo, camera also taking. Will that camera remembers anything? Doesn't have any conscience. And I gave you this postmortem example also. And this ND and OBE studies, near-death experience and out-of-body experience. Today only I got one photo, one devotee shared with me that in Haryana it happened. Anybody knows that?
Yes.
In ambulance, you saw that?
Ambulance was traveling and then in a pothole that...
Exactly. It is proved that one old woman, she is died. The doctor proved and they were taking that old woman to their home. And they were arranging everything for the ceremony. They want to burn, they brought wood, everything. I studied that fully. And then while going that ambulance, that road was some pits were there, no? So it was so fastly going, and it went into the pothole, and then that woman came into life. Very advanced man. So she came into life. So what happened? This near-death experience also something like that. Doctor has proven there are many cases. If you want, you can Google and see near-death experience. So doctors also proven that person is died. In one case, it happened that in what do you call ICU. So there the doctors were confirmed that his fellow died, and they were started discussing about some golf or something match, and football match. They were discussing. Then they discussed and everything. They were telling that somehow this fellow again came into life, consciousness. Then he came and he started chastising doctors. What if people are talking inside the hospital? We're talking about football match. And this fellow told, you died, we confirmed. And how you remembered everything? Then he explained, I saw, you can see from above, he is seeing, I saw my own body and I could able to hear everything. So then he entered. So this, somehow sometimes this, what do you call, this soul come out and then again it entered. So shastrically it is said that maybe some kind of mistake that also happened to this Yamadutas. So mistakenly sometime it happened also once, one story like that I had. They took a person instead of, and out of body experience the same only somewhat. Many people like reincarnation. Next is reincarnation. You can see for this so many books also written out for this out of body experience, near that experience. If you Google, you will get more details about this. This Ian Stevenson. So he's a psychiatrist. He has seen so many cases. This 3000 is very old. Now he might have seen many cases that people remember their previous life. You might have heard na Punarjanma. उनको याद आया था पुनर्जन्म ये वो. Like this some cases we discussed. One Air Force officer, you can see that video. And one small girl also we discussed. That small girl remembered her previous life. She snake bitten or something, she died. But she had a small child her name called Minu. And in this life also she was remembering that Minu. She keeps one doll and she was telling this is my Minu, and she tries to dress her. And then the parents thought she is playing. But when she grown up, she started telling, I want to see my Minu. She started crying. And they thought, who is Minu? But she unable to express the things. And when she became properly mature, she started telling, I want to go to so and so place. I want to meet my Minu. She told places, this everything. Then that person inquired, are there any place such and so place? And then he got that answer, yes, there is a place in such a state. Then they took her. So after getting down, she started directing them the way, how to go, where to go, everything. So she went to home and she identified everyone. This is the okay, it is not there. I think the photo was there, I thought. So she told everyone name, their pet name also she told. So she remembered everything. Some people it happens. You know phobia, right? So phobia is like some kind of, they are scared of something. Someone dies from water in previous life. In this life they are fearful of water. Someone dies with a stabbing by someone, that they are fearful of knife. So like this all because of their previous life experience. Now they have that fearful condition. So you can see this, the chemicals, the body is made up of chemicals. Then you can see the twins. Both have same appearance, same kind of eyes, same kind of everything same, but their activities will be different. One will be very dull, one will be very active. You can see some differences. One will become bad person. Movies all you might have seen. Two characters will be there. One will be a thief, one will become police. So kind of, because the soul is different. Maybe body will be same, everything will be same. The chemicals quantity also may be same. But the soul is there, the soul is different because of their activities also different. So we discussed this, we saw this video, a small clip is there. You can see that video, there you will get. It's a Air Force, this is what that Minu. Sri remembered, her name is Sukla. So Sri remembered her past life and they went to their home and she identifying everyone. This all real case. Like this Ian Stevenson has made research on many people, many cases are there. You can see in YouTube, he has so many videos. And famous philosophers also accepting the existence of soul. Okay, this I will go quickly. Difference between living person and robot. What is the difference between both? But of course, but what else you can tell? Huh?
Dead person can grow.
Living person is true.
He can grow.
Okay, he can grow. Very good.
Consciousness.
He can think on his own.
Even supercomputer nowadays, of course, someone has to still program through that. So you said that right answer. Living person can grow. That's what Prabhupada asked to this Alfred Ford, who is now Ambrish Prabhu. So he asked, do you have car? When male car and female car, do you keep these two cars together? Will you get baby car? So like male, female is there. They can produce children. They can change. So they have feelings. Whenever you are watching movie and video camera also shooting, sometimes you will cry, sometimes you will laugh, you will also become angry. Someone kidnapped a heroine. So these all symptoms we exhibit, but that camera doesn't exhibit any symptoms. So we are not just a camera or something. So these are no experience. We feel experience. No emotions. We feel emotions, sorrow, anger, everything. So it doesn't have any consciousness. We have consciousness. This is the example Prabhupada asked. A male car, female car can produce a baby car. He asked why we should worry about soul. Because soul is such an important thing. Okay, the major difference between living body and robot, as you said, it grows. That's why the 6 changes of life. These are the 6 changes. So we discussed until this. Now we will go ahead, which is mechanism of mind. Everyone wants to know and everyone is curious to know what is this mind. Again, always it is troubling. We will see a little bit what is this mind, where it is in this body, why we are unable to see this mind. That we will discuss. The soul is covered by 2 bodies. What do you mean by subtle means? Anybody knows what is subtle? You are all engineering students, no? Subtle you might have heard in science. Very fine, very refined. Subtle means you cannot see. Can you see mind? लोग गाली देते ना, दिमाग है क्या आपको? पता नहीं, मैं भी देखा नहीं, कोई बोलते नहीं, है ना? Means they say, do you have intelligent? I say, then you will become angry. I have intelligent. So this is called gross body. This body, what we are able to see, it is gross body. It is made up of 5 elements. You know this Panchamahabhut. Earth, water, fire, air, ether. Good. So this is what gross body made up of. Then there is another one body. What is that? Is subtle body, which we cannot see, but we can feel. A intelligent person and foolish person, how they are acting, on what basis. So the subtle body is made up of mind, intelligence, and ego. So within that is soul. That is more finer, more subtlest. The subtlest of the thing is that is soul in this body. So that is made up of Satchit Ananda. Sat means eternal. That's the soul is eternal. That's why we don't want to die. Even a old person you take, everyone knows that fellow is going to die. He cannot sit. If he sits, he cannot stand. If he stands, he cannot sit. So much problem he has. Still, he doesn't want to die. Someone has to take care of. Why? Because the eternity is there in soul. Actually, we are soul. But we think I am this body and we think I too should not die. Whatever soul has, that same future with we are thinking I am this body. And the same thing should be there in this body. The soul is always blissful. That is called Ananda. We say Ananda. Then Chit. Chit means knowledge. We want to learn something, right? Why somebody is studying engineering, MBBS? Everyone wants to know about programming, music. So many things they want to know. Sportsman. Something they want. Because the knowledge acquiring tendency is there in soul. But we are in this body. We are thinking I am this body. The same thing we are doing. It's a Chit Ananda. So you can understand gross body, subtle body, then there is soul. So this is gross to subtle. That's why no one able to see the soul only. The size of the soul also given in Bhagavad Gita. Bhali, so it is given the hair. Hair is there. Take one hair. I cannot pluck. You can pluck. You pluck a hair and cut a tip of the hair. It's very small, very difficult to see. And make that hair into 100 parts. It's very difficult. We don't have any device. And take one of the part in that 100 and make another 100 in that. So the example is given in such a way that you cannot see the soul. The size is very small. The same soul is there in this human body. The same soul is there in ant's body. The same soul is there in elephant body also. Such a minute soul, how it could able to carry that elephant, that all the activities could able to do. Elephant, you see how much big woods it will lift. We cannot lift, but same soul only. Because of that body, whatever we are getting, we think I am this body and I have this much capacity only. I can enjoy like this with the elephant, the ant. The soul has so much power. You know these whales, Timingala fishes are so much big. It's like this much temple size. Such a big fishes are there. That also has same size soul only. But it has so much power. Because it belongs to Lord. It's coming. We are part of the Lord. Part and parcel of the Lord.
So that means when the soul comes on the world, isn't there the part of Paramatma that is coming on the soul?
Yeah, part of Paramatma means like now you are taking a paper, you tear, this is one part, another paper. So you make it finally nothing is there.
But
But
it's a part of Paramatma.
it is part of Paramatma, but this Paramatma is not like that. You 100 soul is came, this Paramatma is vanished. No, it remains same. That is absolute. Because some kind of
And in the end it goes back to Paramatma.
yes,
What we call it as moksha.
that we will discuss.
That is the
Because
cycle.
that is a big topic. Moksha also has different types of mokshas.
No, but for a soul, this is the cycle.
It has to go to God.
It has started from God
Hmm.
and it will go back to God.
Yeah, it has to go back to God once. Unless until we don't go and we don't want to know, we will suffer. Like a child came from father or mother, separated from mother and father. The child cries and suffer. Unless until it doesn't see the mother and father, it will not become happy. Same way, we are also left our eternal father, Krishna, and we are crying here. Okay. So here this sloka Bhagavad Gita says that how much this soul is subtlest. Indriyani parani ahur indriyebhya param manaha manastastu parabuddhi yo buddhe parastastu saha. So the dull matter, this object is there, right? Above the object is senses. Because we manipulate the objects, the material objects. Above the sense is mind. Who controls the mind? See, who controls the senses is mind. You might have seen this one chariot example. Bhagavad Gita, one book, you may see the chariot, 5 horses. 5 horses contain 5 senses. And the chariot is body. And that 5 senses will be controlled by rope, right? That rope is considered as mind. And that person is holding the rope. He is driver. He is intelligent. No, soul is not yet came. He is the intelligent. And then the passenger is sitting, na? He is soul. So this what? That superior thing is, superior than this object is sense, superior than sense is mind, superior than mind is intelligent, superior than intelligent is soul. Even higher than the intelligence, the soul is the last word. So what is this mechanism of the mind we will see? Intelligence is the decision maker. What should be done, what should not be done, that intelligence decides. Mind is storehouse of thoughts, unfulfilled desires and previous experience. And so I will tell you one example, you can understand it. Like every one of you seen gulab jamun. Every one of you might have every one of you eaten also. So now you know what is gulab jamun, how it looks like, how it is tasty, all the knowledge you have. This you will get the input from senses. So for seeing, eyes are required, eyes are gulab jamun. And then as soon as you see gulab jamun, that you will send the message to mind. The mind will understand, hey, gulab jamun is there. Because already I ate gulab jamun, that is the thought, the storehouse of thought, it is stored there. Then you think, last time I want gulab jamun, but I got only one. But I need 5, 6 or 10 I need. That is unfulfilled desire. But previous experience, gulab jamun is very tasty, very fluffy, very juicy. So these are previous experience. So now immediately mind will send to intelligent. So intelligent will think that now, how much money you have? 50 rupees. How much on gulab jamun? 2 rupees. Okay, 10 gulab jamun if I buy 20 rupees. You have to go home also. Okay, 30 rupees plus. This all calculation happen in intelligent. Like something like hard disk is like mind. Everything is stored there. What do you call it? CPU. CPU is like intelligent, do the processing all. So like this intelligent does the processing. So the input will be given by human being, right? Senses. So this what? This is example also there. The horse has 5 senses. The horses are compared to 5 senses. You can see eye, nose are there. So these 5 senses. And the rope is mind. And so the senses will be controlled by mind. The mind will be controlled by intelligent. So driver is intelligent and soul is the passenger and the chariot is the body. It is not written here. So how to control that we will see. So Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Bandhuratmatmanastasya yenatmaivatmana jitaha anatmanastu satrutve vartitatmaiva satruvat. Satru means? Yeah, enemy. Bandhu means? Friend. So Bandhu means friend, Satru means enemy. So mind is friend also, enemy also, Krishna says. So when the mind is enemy, when you don't conquer, when you don't control. If you don't control the mind, it will control you. अभी हमको मन जो बोल रहे वही हम करते हैं ना, पढ़ाई करना है मुझे, पर मन बोलते चलो जाके क्रिकेट मैच देखेंगे. Let us go to movie, let us go on row. Why? Because the mind is controlling you. But you want to study. Arey, tomorrow exam is there. I want to study. So mind is controlling you. But if the mind is, when the mind is friend, if it is controlled, what you want to do, you can do if the mind is controlled. So controlled mind is your friend. Uncontrolled mind is, it will be your greatest enemy. What all the mind demands, so many things. So a person, a thief is there, a rapist is there. So the mind is troubling them. You have to do this. You have to enjoy this. You have to drink. You have to steal and drink. So some people, they steal from father packet also. If father comes, they will beat the father and then go and drink. They don't worry only what I am doing. Because the mind is the greatest enemy. It thinks I can enjoy in this way only. So it forgets everything. Doesn't care. So the question, can the mind be controlled? How?
By senses.
By senses. No, above senses mind is there. Like I am a small person, I cannot fight with a big person. A child cannot fight with you. So he is like senses, you are like mind. Anything else?
By intelligence.
Huh?
Intelligence.
Meditation. Okay, proper input you told. We'll see. So this mind is compared to a knife. Knife is good or bad? Both. A knife in a surgeon hand, it can save your life. Knife in a thief hand, it can remove your life. He can kill and steal. So similarly, this mind also, it is good also, bad also. But how we are training the mind? It is like Gigo principle, as he said, what input we are giving. Gigo means good in, good out. प्रोग्राम में डालते हैं ना, जो इनपुट देंगे उसका अनुसार आउटपुट आएगा आपको. So it is good in, good out. So now we said that, who said that? Through senses. So in one sense that is correct. We can control the mind. Because we are, whatever you are seeing, that is, signal is going through senses, through mind. But if we are using the senses in bad thing only. For example, you are seeing some porn movies with the eyes. Hearing some wrong thing like this terrorist all, what do you call? Brainwash. Even if he's a good person, but they brainwash and they make him against the country only. First he's hearing. And this nose, through nose kind of LSD all they are use. And what else? Tongue. They are eating abominable food, which is restricted. With the tongue people are eating. And what else? What is missing? Skin. With the skin, generally there's sexual enjoyment they do. So with the skin they do. These 5 things we can use in bad way also and good way also. So I told you all the bad way. Now good way is, what are they? Now you are hearing about what? Bhagavad Gita, basics of it. And you took darshan of Lord, or you may take, or you might have taken. And you may chant with your tongue, or you take prasadam. Every class we have prasadam. And with his nose, we smell the flower offered to the Lord. If you come morning or evening, that program, they will give you the flowers to smell. And with the skin, you can touch the feet of the Lord, or you can touch the feet of the Vaishnavas. So this is the proper way. So what happens? You good input, then the mind will also become good, and you can control the mind very easily. Now we have given so many bad inputs. That's why we are unable to control the mind. The mind is controlling us. We'll see gradually what input should be given. Garbage in, garbage out, good in, good out. So what we are training. Now the best enemy is this mobile. So whole day we are with the mobile. In our language, we say mobile means my wife. Mobile, my wife. In Saurashtra. My wife. Even wife you cannot take to toilet when you are going for a nature call. But mobile is there still. 24 hours. But what all we saw, what all things goes is very worst thing. So mobile is, that's why many people nowadays, those who wants to do some, they have some higher goal, they don't use this. Even you also in exam time away from Facebook, WhatsApp, all right. Social media you will be away because it's wasting our time and useless. अब जस्ट इतनी के जस्ट स्टेटस चेक करेंगे ऐसे ही आप निकालते हैं, फिर कितना टाइम चले जाते पता नहीं, 1-2 घंटे चले गए. So very dangerous enemy. So then where do we get this proper input? How we can understand? Book we read, movie we watch, music we hear, friends we keep. These are all the input we get. But what kind of book we read and what we are watching, what we are hearing, that makes different. Like mental dialogue. Someone wants to smoke. So first time if someone wants to smoke, what all things goes in mind? What my mother will think, what father will think. Everyone they sent me to college for studying only. But this mind will tell, छोड़ो, एक बार try करो, क्या problem? सभी लोग कर रहे. It is not I am only going to do. Everybody is doing. What is the problem? I can do. So mind convince you such a way. So mind, this internal voice. And this is also there, like we say now that inferiority complex. If I don't smoke, no one will give me respect. You know, first year में लोग बोलते हैं ना, एक बार ले लो, एक बार, one puff. Once you smoke, then everybody will appreciate you. Now you became big person. Now you are senior, and you also think, okay, if I smoke, then I am great. Otherwise, I am first bencher. You must be last bencher. So this is how mind convinces. Smoking makes me cool. Cool, menthol. Cigarette में नाम रहते, menthol cigarette. But intelligence can say, if the intelligence is good, then it can immediately say, no, you should not smoke. It is not good for your health. No one will be happy. Parents will not be happy. And what all problem you will become addict. And student life, we don't have that much money also because we are not earning. Unless until your father is so much rich. Even his father also thinks, why this fellow is asking so much money? What he is doing, they are also worried. But the intelligence should be trained properly. So, how to train mind, how to train intelligence, how to train senses, that we are going to see today.
But in this sense, Krishna was having the river, holding the all reins.
Holding?
The reins of that chariot. So, the intelligence is Krishna. Can we conclude like this?
No. You can take intelligence from Krishna.
No, what I said that Arjuna too was not having that intelligence.
No, actually, what you desire, that Lord will sanction. Like sometimes you want to do some bad activity, but internally you feel, right, don't do. That voice is Paramatma's voice. So he gives that intimation, but still we will overpower that. No, I want to do. Then Krishna will say, Jao, kero. Because if you are not ready, there are different types of intelligent people are there. Someone just by hearing he will accept. He is first class person. You should not steal. If you steal, police will catch you, you will be punished. Okay, I will not steal. Some person will say, who can catch me? I am a great person. I can steal very, very intelligently I can steal. So second class person is, by seeing he will understand. See, this fellow has stolen. Police has caught him, so I will not steal henceforth. This is second class. First class is by hearing. Second class is by seeing. Third class fellow is there, he will by experiencing only he will understand. he has to get caught by police and he has to get nice beaten. So that is third class. Fourth class also there. Whatever does, they will not accept only. This is their dharma, their duty. Police catches, they will beat and they leave us. Again, will continue. So there are different level people are there. So Paramatma also gives, okay, you do it. So this fellow experience and understand. Then he will stop. Many people you can say after drinking they are going to this, what do you call that? Rehabilitation center. They have to go there and then they will teach them, they give some kind of training. So there is course also for this. How we should not smoke. This fellow unnecessarily he took it. Prabhupada says unnecessary necessities. Alright, we'll go ahead. So this intelligent can discriminate. It should do or not. Because mind is intelligent is there. So sometimes what happens, mind becomes so much powerful, it carries away intelligent only. Like you are holding a small lamb, but if you hold an elephant, can you hold it? So it will become, mind became like elephant. It will carry away the intelligent only. So this all already we discussed. This is the mechanism of mind. Now we will see practical benefits of knowledge of soul in everyday life. So universal brotherhood. What divides us? Already I told you. You are Hindu, you are Muslim. This all again bodily concept of life. I think I took birth in India, so I am Indian. So he took birth in Pakistan, so he is Pakistani. So we don't think only everybody is fighting, so he is our enemy only by default we consider. So this is bodily level. But if someone knows this soul knowledge, like Prabhupada did not discriminate, this is only for Indians, this Bhagavad Gita. No, he began this ISKCON movement only from US only. So he gave all this knowledge to everyone because this soul, everybody is soul. The body may differ, the country may differ, the color may differ, caste, creed, this may differ, but soul is same. So this knowledge is for everyone. So he gave this knowledge to everyone. Some say white, black. This type of fight will happen. Rich, poor, educated, illiterate, beautiful, ugly. This all concept because of bodily relation. So one should come out from the bodily consciousness. Now you can see what real union means. Prabhupada says. If people think about we have to unite everyone, but so many flags are only coming. So how many flags are there? To that degree, that many division also there. So there should be union. The union can be done. So ISKCON movement in 2017 or 18, I think 17, 16 or 17, I think it celebrated that 50th ISKCON, means 50 year it is over, ISKCON started. So that time more than I think around 200 countries people came, means devotees. It became Guinness record. So everyone came together and told this Hare Krishna Mahamantra Desan. So it was already predicted also. So all over country people will come and they chant this mantra. It is predicted already by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. So like this, so many people came, European, Chinese, Russian. They all came together in India, in Kolkata it happened. I think 16 or 17, I don't remember exactly. So real union can happen only in the soul platform, not in bodily platform. This inferiority superiority complex will go away. I am black, I am Brahmana, I am rich, I am literate. This all will go away. I want to show something else, so I will go a little quickly. So one can use the source properly. So this is, we saw in our first session, searching for happiness. We are not getting happy. We are searching for that happiness only. Everywhere. For that only we are struggling so much, right? Why you are studying engineering? 4 years. And so how many? 36 paper? 6. How many papers? 6, 8 sir. 48. 48 paper you have to write and clear. And then you will get job. Then you will get, job means you will get money. Then you can become happy. So there we saw 2 things. You are searching happiness in wrong way, in wrong place. Wrong way is you are trying to give happiness is only to this body. So now you are clear that we are not this body, we are soul. Any doubt do you have? If you have a question, you can ask after class. So something you had, something like that. So we are trying to give happiness to this body only. That's why we are frustrated. We saw this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 formula, right? Anybody remember? If we have this 5 things, we will be happy. 1 wife, 2 children, 3 BHK, 4-wheeler, 5-digit salary. This is what we are trying to get. Maybe 6-digit salary also. But the more you are trying to enjoy, the more you are suffering. Because all this thing for body, you are not giving for soul. So then what needs to be given for soul? That we will see in next slide. So this, then we will, means those who knows this knowledge, then they can utilize the money also properly. Okay. So this whole concept we saw that. So why we are applying, like I am applying this tilak? The purpose, because soul is there within us. So there are two souls is there. One is we ourselves, another one is Paramatma. Atma, Paramatma. Soul, super soul we say. So this, whenever say this is temple. Why we say this is temple? Because Lord is there. Similarly, this body also temple because Paramatma is there. That's why we are decorating with this tilaks. We also, you might have seen somebody sleeping, we don't cross. Why? We also do many things, but we don't know why we are doing. Because soul is there, we should not disrespect. You don't touch with your feet, right, someone. As soon as you touch, what you will do? We are mistaken. ऐसा क्यों कर रहे? We are keeping in our head. We are means praying. Sorry. I don't say sorry. Doesn't say we should. Maybe Western countries they say sorry, but here we do like this because we can indirectly. You see, we are doing many things because we have that knowledge, but we don't know exactly why we are doing. Because soul is there. That's why whenever we see devotees, they do dandavat, pranam karte. Do log. Of course, one is his senior devotee or his devotee. That one. Another one is Paramatma is there within us. That's why we are doing dandavat to that Paramatma also. And this another way of wearing tilak is it protects us. Protects us from many bad elements. This jadoo you karte na, that all will not affect us. Black magic all. And of course, tilaks also many types of vertical and horizontal tilak. You know horizontal tilak who wears? Mahadev. So for Lord Shiva they wear. Our Vaishnavas and Saivats, as both are there. Saivats wear horizontal and Vaishnavas wear this type of different types of tilaks are there. So purpose one thing we will see now about ISKCON also. So then now we are giving everything for body only. We are giving food and we are giving enjoyment for body and senses. So what is food for soul? So there are some do's and some don'ts are also there. There are do's are there. That is ABCD formula. A for association, B for book reading, C for chanting, and D for diet, and E for engagement. So association means we should have proper friends. If you are a very good person also, if your friend is smoking, easily you will become a smoker. Only time is separating. Within a time you will become. But you should have proper association. Like you want to become devotee, then you should have devotees association. That helps us to become devotee very easily. Then another thing is reading. That's also B for book reading. One should daily have a practice of reading Bhagavad Gita. At least one sloka each a day. Depends. Some sloka takes 15-20 minutes because they have big purport. Some takes 5 to 10 minutes. Daily you should try to read and you should try to understand. Not reading, completing is not important. You should understand. If you have problem understanding, you can ask us. So that is B. C for chanting. This chanting I will take another session in our next session. All the religions are chanting, not only Hindus. Even Christians you might have seen rosary, they say bead. They also have. Even Muslims they have. They chant the 99 name of Allah. Buddhists chants. Jains they chant. Everybody chants the name. So because this is what given in this Kali Yuga. This is what Tukaram Maharaj also said. Hari Mukhe Mena, Hari Mukhe Mena. What is it? Punyachi. Just by telling, just chant the name of Lord Hari sufficient. We also chant Hari's name only. Hare Krishna Muhammad. And D for diet. What we are eating, you will become that. कुछ तो बोलते ना. What अन्न कैसा अन्न वैसे मन. कैसे अन्न वैसा मन. What you eat, you will become accordingly. So we eat prasadam only. We don't eat non-vegetarian. That we will see in that next slide. E for engagement. What kind? See, it is said that ideal mind is devil workshop. If you simply sit, doesn't do anything, then mind thinks so many things. Then it start think about many bad things also slowly. That's why it is said ideal mind. So and the nature of the soul is not simply sitting. The nature of the soul is active. So you should also engage yourself. Then you will be safe. Otherwise the mind will throw so many bad things. So the engagements, like in our temple, all these things you will get. Association. He has come. Athar came. Yes came. And he also came. Early morning program. So you will get that association. Association you will chant also. And book reading also, we will see that next slide. I think it is there. Yeah, association. See, according to our mind also we take proper association. Means the same kind of association. It is said, no? Birds of the same feather flock together. Like cow will be with cow, crow will be with crow, and a drunkard will be with drunkard. First bencher will be with first bencher. First bencher means good studying. They study nicely, they talk nicely, they don't fight. They all come together. है कि नहीं? कॉलेज में ऐसा नहीं एक कोई तो गुंडा वैसा है, उन्होंने फर्स्ट बेंच में जाके चलो हम पढ़ाई करेंगे बोल देखा कभी भी? He will be with last bench only. So according to that mentality also people will take association. A smoker somehow you will find out. You don't know how. Somehow it will come. So same way here also association is there. Devotees association, which will protect us from all these negative elements. So what is association? Like this is reading books in association. And then reading, doing kirtan in association. You can see 7 o'clock if you come here, there, daily the program. Everyone together they do kirtan. लोगों को बहुत अच्छा लगता है. Some people comes only for that. They don't come for classes all. Class is something very important. But something they like. Some likes prasadam. Some likes kirtan. Some likes dancing. One boy is there here. He doesn't come for class also. He wants to dance. He likes very madly he dance. So he likes dance. Like this dancing. And honoring prasadam also. They take in also. This association means. And then chanting. Devotees they always together. They do activities together. In this way they are away from these negative elements. So there are some don'ts also. We saw do's. Association, book reading, chanting, diet and engagement. Engagement means there is another opportunities there. Whenever our temple, you see ISKCON temple, so many festivals happens. So if you have time, you can come. There are so many services are there in our temple. So many services. Cooking service, cleaning service, vessel washing service, prasadam serving service, or in DT department also so many abhishekam happen. And as Matajis comes, they do make garlands for. Have you seen garlands like this in any temple? They make such a beautiful. They remove one petal, and from there they will. Very rarely, some temple you can see. Few, very few. I seen here and Chowpatty temple I seen, and somewhere here and there now also learning to do. There is so much. 60-70 women will come daily. They make this garland daily. So like this, so many services. In this way, what happened? You are serving Lord. You are engaging the senses in Krishna's service. So you will become easily happy. Whenever, whatever you have to engage it in Lord's service. Then you will get the real happiness. Because that is food for soul. There is something you should not do also. We saw 5 do's and 4 don'ts. Anybody knows? 4 regulative principle you might have had? Okay. What is this? Drinking. Intoxication. No intoxication. And no meat eating. And no illicit relationship with women. And no gambling. So no intoxication. What happens? Someone drinks intoxication. What is the problem? I am not harming anyone. No meat eating means you are killing animals. But intoxication, no problem. No? What is the problem? I can drink peacefully. I am drinking. So what happens by drinking? One goes in ignorance. A drunkard person, how he will talk, how he will behave? Like a mad person. So he will go in, there is called modes. This is one of the, in Bhagavad Gita, one chapter is there. So that we will discuss. One goes in the lower mood. He will become very low person. A drunkard person, किधर सोते वो पीने के बाद? रोड पे सोते, उधर ही उल्टी करते, उल्टी में ही सो जाते. So how his mind is degrading? He vomits and sleep in vomit only. And he thinks, I am enjoying. How abominable. Sometimes pass urine also there. And sleep very happily. So this is very ignorant you take. And then one food does this is in one way you are harming the body also. Person cries, shouts next day. Hangover बोलते ना उसको. क्या हुआ भी उनको भी पता नहीं. So everything you will forget. And he cries also. On top of it you don't have rights to harm this body. But you are harming this. You cannot suicide yourself. Police doesn't allow that. You can say, my body I am doing, who are you? No, you are not allowed. Even Material people also not allowing. How the superior people will allow? So that's harming the body. Then no meat eating. That we will discuss. Why no meat eating? And no illicit relationship. Licit is allowed. Licit means proper way of. So that is marriage. One can marry and have relationship with woman, not before woman or outside marriage. That is called illicit. And gambling is wrong. Why? You know gambling, right? आजकल गैम्बलिंग चले गया, क्रिप्टो आ गया है ना, क्रिप्टो करेंसी, bettings, kind of things came in. So gambling, because what happens, people will become so much greedy, they kill each other. So this what happened in Mahabharata also, dice game. So that's why this gambling means you are getting money from bad way, it is not from good way. So that money you use as same consciousness you will get. So when we were building this temple, there is one person who is famous for this chicken. I don't want to tell name. So that fellow came and he was ready to offer full amount for building this temple. But he has such a big chicken poultry. So then we asked, why you want to give to temple? So he said that my son also died in same way how I killed the chicken. इधर ही काटते ना चिकन को, वैसे ही वो बच्चे को भी उनको भी some car has ran over through this neck. So he felt that I used to kill the chicken same way my son also died. I want to do something good. Then he came forward and he was ready to donate money to building the constructed temple. But one thing we requested him, we are ready to accept the money, but you should not do the business again. He was not ready for that. Because this money is coming from sinful way. If we use that money, we also share that sin. So that's why the money is coming from wrong way means one should not accept that money. That will trouble us. Same way food also. Who is cooking, that's how you will become. From food you will get different types of things. One is energy. 3 things you will get. One is as soon as you eat the food will be extracted all the things and you will get that is formed into energy. Another one is it becomes wastage. Whatever you eat in that chunk. After extracting all the energy, the chunk is there, that will come out. That is again. Third thing is who is cooking. That person consciousness will transfer to you. That's why when mother cooks, you eat, you feel very bliss. Because mother cooks with love. But hotel they cooks for money. कुछ भी डालो, taste आना चाहिए. This fellow dies or what? I don't have any problem. I should get money for taste. So that's why. So why meat eating is not allowed? That we will discuss. So some scientifically also it is said that human intestine, if you say, it will be like this. Small intestine and big intestine is like this, and small intestine you can see, and there is also so many compartment ऐसा रहते हैं. So that food will not go very easily. So if you eat maida only, it will get stuck up. So इसको लगेगा 2 दिन 3 दिन बाहर आने के लिए. So it is said that non-vegetarian, whenever you eat, it will stuck in your this intestine and it won't get digested properly. It will take 2 to 3 days. Means completely it should digest and come out. 3 days it will take for this. So this is one thing. Another thing, you see animal's intestine, it has straight only, not so much compartment time. And you see animal doesn't cook and eat. Have you seen tiger? Arey so kaat ke de do khayenge. It is bounce on the animal and then rip it off. It has, because the body also Lord given in such a way, and what food he has to take, that is also given. So tiger can pounce on the animal and it has a power canine teeth. We also have 4 canine teeth, of course. But this is what given. Anyhow, these foolish people will eat this meat. That's why out of mercy Lord is given. So this animal's teeth are canine teeth. It can rip it off. We need knife, right, to cut. Someone has to cut. Someone has to catch the animal. Someone has to cut. Someone has to cook. Then we will eat the animal. So that meat. So the canine teeth also we don't have. And what finally gives taste in this meat also, animal doesn't use any pepper, you saw? Thoda tikka chai, thoda mast kare. It just eats the raw meat and it can digest. But we cannot digest. We need to boil it properly. Otherwise, even vegetarian not boiled only, it won't digest. है कि नहीं? कितने लोग साबुदाना सभी लोग खाते हैं ना? Boil नहीं होएगा क्या होते वो? पका नहीं मतलब. अगले दिन बाहर नहीं आएगा. उसको बोलते constipation, gas problem, everything. Just a vegetarian only. This means non-vegetarian. And above all, it is sinful activity. The 4 don'ts I said, na? Why the 4? One should not do these 4 don'ts. Because it creates sinful activity, it leads to miserable life, and one cannot do good things, especially we cannot practice spiritual like bhakti. Because these four sinful activity will not allow us. Like many people are coming because of they don't have sufficient payas. वो लोग इतना पुण्य चीज किया नहीं अभी तक, इसलिए वो लोग लेते भी नहीं. That's block them. So this is above all this all sinful activity. Then one question may come: we are doing ahimsa, non-vegetarian means we are doing violence and eating. But vegetarian also violence, right? This vegetarian also has life or not? Again, who has proven that scientifically? Dr. Chandra Bose. That too in 1950 he found that plants has life. So we saw that 6 changes happens. It is growing. Plants also growing. It is also, this bench will not grow. This plant is growing and it is producing byproduct also. Seed it gives and another plant will grow. So we saw that 2 examples. 2 car you keep, male car, female car. Will it give baby car? No, but plants. One small mango seed, put it. So big mango tree will come. From there so many mangoes will come. Each mango has one seed. And one mango seed will come and so many trees it will become, so many mangoes will come. So because it has life. So then we are eating vegetarian also. That is also sinful, right? What is your answer? Okay, first you tell me why meat eating is sinful. ज़्यादा टाइम हो गया लग रहा है लोगों का, आग पूरा थोड़ा छोटा होते जा रहे. We'll finish from this. Why meat eating is sinful? Any idea? I told you everything. Do you think it is not sinful? Any reason can you give?
Because we kill a life.
Yeah. So my question is, we are killing vegetarian also. So why it is then given? Of course, there is difference between this killing. Like this argument happened to me and one of my friend. He is Muslim. We were discussing in our when I was working. The same thing we were discussing. He said, "You are also killing, and plants also has life." I said that, see, whenever your mother wants to cut vegetables, she will take and she will cut tomato. Like sometimes people cut apple into flower size. ऐसा flower ऐसा काटते. So will you cut chicken like that? How many of you have the dare to cut chicken? You buy a goat and cut. Have you ever seen someone bringing goat? Of course, some people are there, but how many of us are ready? Same nas. It also has life. It also has life. Why we are unable to do both same thing? But there is slaughterhouse is there for non-vegetarian. You want to buy chicken, there is shop is there, slaughterhouse. There you go, that fellow cut and give. But are there any slaughterhouse for vegetarian? How much you want to tomato? 2 kilo. Okay, I will cut and give. कैसे काटना है? छोटा क्या मोटा क्या? It's not that they are kicking. So that is one difference. Because same has both has life, but difference is there. In Shastra also says Jivo Jivasya Jivanam. Jivo means living entity. Jivasya means the living entity wants to live. It depends on Jivanam, another living entity only. A living entity depends on another living entity. You might have seen that life cycle, right? In your childhood, snake eats rat. Rat के पहले grass रहते, eagle eats snake, ऐसा circle रहते. Human eats everything, है ना? So the thing is, vegetarian also sinful activity only, but there is difference between vegetarian and non-vegetarian. So generally, what we Prabhupada once asked, so we are vegetarian or non-vegetarian? Because non-vegetarian we should not eat. Are we vegetarian? Something that concept was going on. Prabhupada said we are neither vegetarian nor non-vegetarian. We are Krishnatarian. He said we accept only prasadam. We don't accept vegetarian food also, non-vegetarian food also. We cook food and we offer to Lord. That is called prasadam. So by eating prasadam, you are relieved from all the sin. I can prove this also. This is what Bhagavad Gita sloka says. Yagnasista sina santo mucchente sarva kilvise vunjeta tvaham papa yeppachanti atmakaranat. The devotees of the Lord released from all kinds of sins because they eat food which is offered first for sacrifice. Sacrifice, yagna means Krishna's one more name, Vishnu's name, yagna. So because it is given to Lord. So by eating prasadam, what will happen? Whatever sin you have, that also will be you are released from that sin also. But if you eat vegetarian also, you are going to get sin. Like you are using electrical energy. So you have to pay debt, right? means you have to pay fee with the electric bill. If you use water, water bill you have to pay. So whatever you are using, you have to pay for that. So now we are using all Krishna's energy only. Like we are using oxygen. Who is giving oxygen? We are not charging for oxygen to government, but we have to charge, right? We are getting food. So same, that's why this food, whatever is given, we will offer to Lord. Morning we do puja, right? So different lamp we will show. It is fire element we are offering to Lord. And then we do fanning also. Air element we are offering to Lord. All this water also we offer. पानी डालते ऊपर देखा है 7 बजे भी डालते पानी. Water element we are offering to Lord. Everything given by Lord. So we are offering all things to Lord and we are accepting. Same with prasadam. That's why by eating prasadam you are relieved from sin. But other things by eating you will get sin. So that is the glories of prasadam. Okay, I have to stop now. So this summary, what we discussed. These are all the things we discussed. If you have any question, you can ask, or we'll go for prasadam. I thought we can chant one round. Shall we do, or what we'll do? Do we have time, or we'll do next time? Huh? Next time we will do. Okay, we'll begin from next time then chanting. Because the soul for food is the chanting. Especially there are 4 yuga is there. Anybody knows what are the 4 yuga? Satya, Treta, Dwapara, Kali. These are the 4 yugas. In 4 yugas, Lord has prescribed 4 things which should be done. By doing that, you can attain Lord. So Satya yuga is meditation. Treta yuga is deity worship. Yajna. Dwapara yuga is deity worship. Kali yuga is Harinam. So this is the food for soul. Let's say every day if you see our morning program, our temple begins, our temple starts early morning only. 4:30 we open the temple. So 4:30 the darshan will open, and 4:30 we have Arati called Mangala Arati, Tulsi Arati, Narsimha Arati. Then daily with 2 hours we chant. That is food for soul. So by giving food to soul only you will become happy. Like I am hungry, you are giving food to Swami, I will not become happy. Because myself and Swami is different. I am and soul is different. Body and soul is different. But I think I am body and I give everything to body. And I think why I am not getting happy? Because body and soul is different. So what should be given to soul? That we will see in our next chapters, means next classes. If you have any question you can ask, or we will stop here. You were able to understand? Because I took from in between. Because कुछ लोग पिछले क्लास में आए नहीं, so in between I took. If you want, I can share the recording again. You can message me in WhatsApp. I will share it. Okay, we'll stop here. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki, Srimad Bhagavad Gita ki.